what was our intention? That his interaction needs to be there with the teachers. And that's why we invited him. Students, and the first interview part was a professional part so that it can be aired overall in country as a national part. That's why you'll find a dress code and all. So it was, the interview was a national part of YouTube channel, and sir being the international star and being nationally, he has achieved, I believe, lot. Still lot more to come, and this institute will definitely shower blessing on you to earn more. And I have heard him personally talking in front of some 250 academicians, professors, doctors and all. And I was so impressed and so happy to hear him. And then that thought,
I think
he needs to,
300.
yeah, 300. And I said he has to come here. And that's what we made an attempt to bring him here. And we are grateful for him to be here. And I'm sure what he's going to talk to you will definitely...
You'll just make an attempt, sir. You got me here.
Yeah, thank you so much. So I'll say once again, thank you so much.
Yes.
And thanks.
First of all, thanks for all your time, for giving your time today. Really appreciate it. I want you to just think of one thing. If I get you all to just stand up once, just stand up. Maybe I'll get you to stand up later as well, but for now, follow what I do. Lift your finger up. So follow what I do. Exactly what I do. Lift your finger up. And as I do what I do, follow me. And place that finger on your chin. Now look at everybody else. And move it to me. And that's not your chin, is it? Huh? Everybody did this. You can all sit down now. I just love to make teachers stand up and sit down because it's the only chance I get. Where is the possibility of doing that after all my years of having to sit and stand in front of teachers? I'm able to do that just by magic. But when I did that, what is important about what I did? You saw the visual. Literally, all of you, even though I spoke slowly, I could have said, put your hand up there, put it on your chin. I said, put your hand up there, now do what I do, and put it on still slow, and all of you still did this. All of you are teachers, academics, you know your language, you know your work, you know your subjects, and you still did this. You are following the visual. Literally, that is the first thing that you are following. Why am I saying this? I talked about this the other day as well. There was a very interesting study done about surgeons. Now, as soon as you use the word, you say the word surgeon, in your head, a stature comes to your mind. So they took a group of surgeons, male and female. They had them record their voices. They had them record their name, what they did, their speciality. So, I'm Dr. Smith, head of cardiology, John Hopkins, male, female. Recorded all of them. Then what they did, they stripped all the audio recordings. They stripped it off the words, but kept the sound. So you just heard the pitch and tone of the voice. You didn't hear them actually say their names. They took all those recordings to another group. They made this group listen to all these recordings, and they had them rate the surgeons on their warmth and their capability, just by listening to the sound of the voices. These people had no idea who these surgeons were. They had no idea whether, probably they could tell they were male or female, but no idea of their specialty, because as soon as somebody says, I'm pediatric, I'm this, I'm that, I'm heart, I'm throat, or whatever, you'll have a different in your head you will immediately rate them high. So they didn't hear any of that. And they were asked to rate these surgeons on their warmth and their capability. Here's where it gets interesting. The surgeons who were rated the lowest in warmth and capability by this other group, by the neutral group, who had no idea who they were, it turned out that they had the highest malpractice rates. Now, I don't know how this is coincidence, but this is the choices that they made. The ones that they rated least warm, least competent, least capable, from just the sound of their voices, had the highest malpractice rates. Why am I telling you this? The reason why I'm telling you this is that because people are judging you from the tone of your voice, not from your experience. Sometimes the biggest con artists in the world are the best speakers, including politicians. I can see slight smiles there, it's the truth. They are able to do that to you because they are able to convince you, take you over just how they speak, not their content. Do you believe every politician is going to do what he says? No. But at that time, they have you in their hands because of their speaking. So people are judging you just from your tone of your voice. This includes your students. I know you may not think that. I know you may think, I've been a teacher for 20 years, 25 years, 15 years. I teach history, I teach English, I teach Hindi, Marathi, Konkani, whatever it is. I know my subject. But maybe sometimes your students don't respect you because they don't hear it in your voice. I'm not trying to say that you're bad teachers, not at all. If you looked at me 4 or 5 years ago, you would have seen a different Ashwin. The last 2 years, I have been learning this. I spent 8 to 9 months understanding how people speak, how people move their hands, in spite of being an actor for all these years. I tell myself, I wish I had learned what I know now 20 years ago, not to become or to be a better actor, but to know how to speak to people in the industry. Not the actors, the producers, the directors, the other people who organize everything. I wish I had known what I know now. I think I would have been a lot more successful, a lot faster. So, first of all, I'm not here to tell you that you are not good teachers. I'm just here to help you understand that there is so much more with voice and body language that you can do to change impressions. And you are the first impressions for people setting out in life. I still respect the teachers I've had for years, 35, 40 years, 35 years out of school. I remember those teachers, I still do. I still meet them, they are still a sir to me. There is no way I will ever call them by name. They are always going to be sir to me, or ma'am. And they made a difference in my lives. They made a difference in my life not from just the subject they taught, but from the values they taught. And you have so much more to offer than just your subject. I want you to know and understand that today. How you communicate makes an impact on somebody going out into the world. How you make them feel in the classroom makes them the person they are outside. There's so many people who say, I hated the subject. Did they hate the subject or the teaching? I know, I don't want you again think I'm not going to say when a child or when I say I hated that subject. I probably didn't hate that subject. I hated the way it was taught to me, the way the teacher spoke, the way it was communicated to me. And by understanding this, you can make any subject loved by any student. They don't have to carry on with that subject later on, but they can at least enjoy it and add it to their growth journey. So these surgeons, going back to that, were judged just by the tone of the voice. Do you think you are also judged like that sometimes by your students, or have you not thought about it? I'm just asking you. You can tell me. What stays in COE stays in COE. Have you ever felt like that? It's okay if you have. It's okay if you're confident that no, I'm good at what I do. And students can be difficult. You hit the teenagers and I've got one person. I'm getting nightmares now for certain classes. With regards to communication, there are two things to remember. Communication has a visual image and it has a vocal image. And it always has the tech support at your side. What I get my voice, different kind of voices here. Just useful so that you don't always have to project, but I can if I have to. This way I can speak deeper and we will, oh, so nice here. This is my phone voice, hello. I get told by people, but I've always spoken like this. I can't change the way I speak. I'm not asking you to change the way you speak. I'm showing you that you can speak in different ways to different people in the situation you're in. When we were around 4 or 5 years old, that was probably unnatural voice. Why am I saying that? Because at that age was when we were completely free. I look at my 6-year-old now, and I just see how expressive she is when she's telling me a story. She's like, Papa, and then on the school bus this happened, and this person did this, and then I was what, and then Ankita did this, and Rahul did that, and Irfan did this, and then Feroz just looked at me in shock, and she's doing all of this. And probably 15 years from now, she won't, because she's been told not to. Luckily, because I've been doing this 2-3 years, I'm telling you, not a good time that I have a 6-year-old. That was probably the most natural time because we were allowed to be the most free with our voice, the most expressive we could do without somebody telling us to stop. At around 5, 6, 7, parents go, don't do that. Don't speak like that. Friends start saying, don't do that. Then you start getting influenced by friends, by TV, by other people, and teachers go, shh, don't do that as well. So everybody starts quieting down. And then by the time they hit 18, 19, 20, 21, going to 23 years old, they are speaking like this for the rest of their life. Because they've forgotten what their natural voice was. And that natural voice is still within you. What I'm doing today is asking you to remember that you have a natural voice within yourself that you can change and you can play like a musical instrument. How many keys does a piano have? How many keys does a piano have? 88 keys. Why can't a voice have as many keys? A voice also has an instrument where we can talk high and we can talk low and we can talk low and we can move it around just like it is a musical instrument, like a guitar. What is voice? Voice is just air, it's just breath. And to first think of improving your voice or changing the way you speak, to help you communicate better, you've got to think of it as breath. How many of you have ever gone and you heard a recording of yourself and you have said, I don't like the way I speak? Why do you think that is? Because we hear our own voices through bone conduction. We're hearing from inside. So to us, it's deeper, resonant. And then it's who's this person speaking mumbling in my head, that's not me. Sachin Tendulkar must be doing that all the time. I know, it's not me. Not that he cares. I think sports people don't have to care. Sports people, here's an interesting thing. Sports people don't have to care about their voice till they retire. And think of this. You see this works. Think of this. Commentary. The ones who go to running a company, these are all the ones who can speak. You don't see the others. Whether you're watching football, whether you're watching cricket, football, you see those people who know how to talk go into that whole space of hosting, anchoring, commentary. So it makes a difference to them once they've stopped. So it does matter at some point in time. But when we hear other people just through air conduction. That's all. It's just, what is voice? Voice is air running through, it's like a guitar. Comes in, take a breath, hits your larynx like a pluck, guitar pluck, and the sound goes out. That's it. We don't think of it as a musical instrument. But I'm hearing you just from air, but I'm hearing myself through my bones. So when I hear myself on a video, on audio, I suddenly feel really odd. But you can change all of that as well. How can you do that? Number one, visual vocal. Why am I stressing on the importance of visual and vocal? Visual because that is how we are perceived by everyone. The visual is the first thing that I see. The first thing that I see is visual. And that is how people perceive you. They make an assumption based on your visual element. It'll move because I move. I'm just going to do this for you. Let me walk in, forget who I am. I'll walk in twice. Tell me, who are the two people you see here? No, what is the first person? Okay. Second person?
Very lively.
Confident. What would you assume the first person is? Forget, you know I'm an actor, I'm just saying, put that out. What would you assume the first person is from what you saw walking in? You've never seen this person. Does he look that he has authority, credibility? The second person, does that look somebody who's more present? You're making judgments on that person already. Maybe this person, he suddenly spoke like this as well. And you go, that doesn't match. And maybe this person just spoke like this. You go, oh, I'm just saying you're making an assumption on the way somebody looks. The visual is how they walk in somewhere, how they are standing. This is the same thing that students make an assumption about you when you walk into a classroom. If you walk into I'm just saying, you know your subject. The goal was here, just to do it. It's very good. And every year you have a new batch of students. I know that's what teachers do. Every year there's a new class. They see you for the first time. They should see you as someone they're going to respect till the end of the year. That first impression counts from your vision. You have to also do that. So the way you sit, the way you stand, the way you move, the way you're wearing your clothes as well. It doesn't have to be a suit, you can be a shorts, it's just how you wear your clothes. How you do your hair, your accessory, that's all visual. People are saying, if it's in a suit, crisp, that person's professional. No smile on the face, authority, but maybe somebody unapproachable. Somebody smiling, that's a warm person. Okay, you get all of those. If this goes on over. Your visual element, your visual image stays an assumption. Till when? It stays an assumption till you speak for the first time. And that's when that assumption, the first assumption can be negative, can be positive. But when you speak, the assumption turns into a belief. Because once you've spoken, they believe who you are. Even if you are not that well dressed, they are going to remember you from how you spoke. You can have the best dressed people, but if they speak terribly, I am not going to remember them. Steve Jobs never dressed. He wore just a black turtleneck shirt. He wore his jeans. Sometimes he even wore shorts while giving keynote addresses. Nobody cared about that because of how he spoke. So your vocal image is going to make people believe who you are. And once you've spoken, you cannot take that back. You cannot turn back that clock. You can buy your clothes, I would say. You can buy your accessories, your shoes, your watch, your jewelry, your belt. You can get something to do your hair, whatever it is. You can't buy your vocal presence. That has to be learned. But the great thing about it is, it's not. When people say he's born with a gift, you were always born with it. You've just forgotten how to use it. That's all. You've forgotten how to use it. You have a date there, you have a date. Okay. I wanted you to understand the importance of the visual and vocal image and why that is important. People will judge you within the first 7 seconds of you walking into the room. But they'll also judge you with the last few sentences you said, and they'll remember that, not how you walked in. And this is important for you walking into classrooms. How you end a class should be as important as how you begin it. There should be clarity, intent with students, making them always want to come back to a class. Why do you teach? Why do you teach?
That's my passion.
It's your passion. What else than just your passion? There has to be something else than just my passion. Why do you teach? Think of it from another level. Why do you teach? Why do I act? There's more. Right? I act because it brings me joy and I like making people, our passion is there. Why do you teach? There has to be something else.
Some responsibility is also there because we are nurturing the young minds to make their future
That
right.
is why you teach. And that is why how you speak is important.
Just to add,
Not the,
just to add more about
yes, ma'am.
Just to add more about her.
Yes.
She is one of the passionate teacher in the institute.
I'm sure she's passionate. I did not.
She is a social science teacher, but she is an all-rounded dynamic teacher. And whatever task is given to her, she will do it very passionately from her heart within. She is the NCC caretaker. Very soon she will be getting training to become the ANO.
How much are you paying Pooja?
Actually, anyone like activities and all, whenever
Some retainer should be enough for this.
so even projects and all, whatever she's taking, no, she will put her best and she will win the first or second prize in that.
Isn't that more than passion?
Yeah.
Passion is not enough
And
word
she does
for
it
what
in
you're
a very
doing. Why is
lively
it?
way and she enjoys it. Most beautiful part is she
I'm
actually.
writing your check right now, and that is from me. That is how much you're convincing me. Yeah, I'm just telling you that.
Thank you.
Even if you are students, no students will give you the details.
So it is now on GPay, recurring UPI. Yeah. Mandate has gone off to the bank right now. So yeah, isn't that more than this is why you do it? This is the feeling that you should leave them with after your classes. So let's get to voice. What is it about voice that you can change, that you can understand, that you can look at to make you better speakers? If you tell me I am not a public speaker, but that is what you do every day. So many people say that to me. I am not a public speaker. A public speaker is standing in front of anybody, anywhere, even if it is one person, you are public speaking. Whether you are speaking softer, you are natural. You are public speakers, more than public speakers, because you're doing it week in, day out, week in, week out, year in, year out for 20, 30 years. And you don't realize that you're good. But if I broke down voice, I break down voice into 5 vocal elements. One is volume. One is your pace, your rate of speech. The third one is your pitch and your melody. The fourth is your tonality. And the fifth is the pause, the power of the pause. Voice is broken into these 5 elements. So today I'm just going to quickly take you through these just to understand what it is. But before I do that, voice is breath. We have volume. You cannot speak without breath. When you do this exercise, when you take a breath, take your left hand on your stomach. So you can stand up as well. You can do it sitting down, it's up to you. Right hand on the chest. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Deep breath. Now I want you to feel. I saw a couple of people out here. I'm not going to point because it's not nice. When you did that, I saw some shoulders rise. That is the wrong kind of breath for speaking. Your speaking breath comes from here. This is from being an actor, a voice actor. I went to drama school as well. I did all of this. It helped me in acting, it's helping me now. Your breath should come, the belly breath is what you should take in. So it's not a, this is your chest breath. Your speaking breath comes from now I want you to take your deep breath in like it fills up like a balloon and let it out completely till there's nothing there and get that feeling. So you take it in. I want that feeling. Volunteer. Just an exercise. This is fun because why am I talking about breath? Because without breath, you don't have a voice. The first thing is always volume. Without volume, you're not heard. Say anything to me right now. Just speak loud. Say whatever you want to. Oh, thank you. I also said good. Okay. Now, this is what I want you to do. Take your deep breath in. With the same hand on the chest, and take your deep belly breath in. Take it right till you take it in. Now let all the breath out till everything is gone, and then show me a thumbs up that there's no breath left. Now speak to me.
You are very inspirational.
How did you do that? This one's a genius. You leave some breath in. If you do that right, if I do it, you did some gadbad there, madam. I can't. Even if I tried, I can't because there's nothing. But now I can. I'm able to because it is here. It really, you should feel the tightness in the stomach that nothing is here. I'm not judging you for that. So, without understanding breath, you have no ballroom. I want you to just go through these quick vocal warm-up exercises, which is great things you can do 3, 4, 5 minutes in the morning. First is a yawn to remove tension from the face. So you do, take the breath in while you do that and let it out. And when you let it out, do this. Now the second time you take it in and let it out with a sigh. Students have all left for the year. That feeling I know. The feeling of utter peace and calm for 2 months. Okay. Yeah. So do that with me. So take it in. And you feel that? Oh, she's yawning. I'm sorry about this. It's also natural you do that and start your own life. Next, we have for the tongue, just going la 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 la, just do that. Don't teachers, don't feel shy, just be stupid. I wish I could get all these students by the way. Okay, now just go, now sing a song with that. La 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 la. You're understanding where you're going. Do that. Okay. Next. So we have, okay. Don't be afraid of feeling stupid because you know you're not. You know you're not, but you can act a little silly sometimes. Now we're going to go into rolling the R's with your tongue. This is to get the tongue moved in, so this is what we do. That's a very different one, sorry. No judgment, but it was, I was like, what happened to that motorbike? Remember when we were kids, now we go up and down. Go. Remember when we were kids, we all played with each other and we did motorbikes. I want you to do that as well. Think of that time. Do it now. Go up and down. All the different pitches you can reach. This one to control his neck. We'll discuss it later. She's like, must have mixed ethanol with it or whatever. That's what he was telling you to do. You should have listened to it. Yes. Okay. So this is just to get that movement. Now I want you to go. This is to hear the different things you have in your head just with sound. Just do that. And do that because that Saturday Night Fever as well. Okay. As low as you can go for the O. So as low. Why am I doing this? Because this will lead you to, we go into O and into humming into O. So we're going to go now. So now we know our high register. You can also speak in that. You can also speak here. Know that you can speak in different pitches. Now go. Go to a 1, 2, 3. Now finish it with the more sound. And feel that resonance. Go. Feel the more sound. Finish with the more. That always feels good, doesn't it? It provides a resonance to the body. From this, we go to the 3 registers that we can use, which is Ma, So go to an Om. From the Om, I want you to go into a Ma. That's your high register. Just do that. Ready? 1, 2, 3. That's your lowest. Now you know what is your highest, what's your mid, and what's your lowest. And to finish this, we are going to do something that is called lip trills. From this is good for lip trills is first flutter your lip with no sound. So go. Let's see. You should feel your nose scratching. So do it. No sound first. First flutter the lips. You should. Anybody feeling an itchy here? You should be feeling. I get itchy. Yeah. Good. Now put sound into it. And do it with a breath. Yeah. Do it for longer. Now I want you to go siren technique. I'm just going to get some water. The siren technique is you going. I want you to see you first. Let's see you do that. I want to feel you go. Oh, goodly. 1, 2, 3. I love it. You know, man, you can practice these. You can practice these every morning. It take you 3 or 4 minutes. I want you to end with something called 4-7-8 breathing, which is really good. Where you take in a breath for 4 counts. So it's hold for 7 counts. Not breathing slowly, and let it out for 8 counts. Do this 5 or 6 times in a row after doing all these exercises, and you will feel more powerful. I can talk for 1 hour, 2 hours. I can talk, yes, you can get tired, but I can still talk, and my throat, I do not feel tired. I don't know whether you are doing classes every day, and at the end of the day, some days you are just tired. All this helps you with that, with the power. So, you need this. To start off with is volume. Volume is the lifeblood of your voice, because otherwise you cannot be heard by people. And this is what most people get wrong about volume. They think it's about loudness. They think that every time volume is only about this. That's not the case. As an actor as well, I've been in front of 1,000, 2,000 people on stage. Even if I've had to whisper, it's had to carry to the last row. People are still thinking that you're whispering to the other actor on stage. Volume is about projection and not loudness. How you project. You'll be projecting with more power to somebody at the back, maybe a little less to somebody at the front. But you need your breath in your diaphragm to be able to do that. And this is why I went through all these exercises with you, so you understand that power. Most of us speak a lot softer than we think. We actually speak more than 20-30% softer than we think. This is why when you hear yourself on record yourself saying something. When you listen back, you go, oh, am I that soft? You think you were loud. So if you think of volume on a 1 to 10 scale, you should all. You man, what do you think your default volume on 1 to 10 is? On a scale of 1 to 10, what do you think your volume is?
7.
7. You have the confidence of that? I would say you would be a 6 or 7. Most people would say 6 or 7, but would be a 4 or 5. She's addressing not just students, but everybody else, she knows it. But people go, yeah, I need 8. I'm like, really? No, do you hear yourself? No, I need 8. You're 8 out of 20, maybe. You need to be at minimum 6, 7, 8 while speaking to people. You may think you're being loud. You're not. It is an actual volume. So always make sure you're giving a little more push to when you're speaking. And this is the thing about communication. If they're not hearing you, how are they retaining your information? So there's a great exercise as well. Again, if you have a straight line, you start a paragraph, take a page from something, take it out, start whatever volume you start at, you finish at that volume. So you learn consistency in volume. So start at that, carry on reading, carry on reading, carry on reading, carry on reading with what you're saying till you actually finish. I kept my beginning and my end the same. I kept my beginning and the end the same. If I came to you today and I said, hey, everybody, today we will talk about communication and what do you think? I have no idea what I said. So what do you think? What do you think? Now if I didn't know how to this, please down. Sir, thank you. Hold on. You need to be like this. You're not going to be that person. I'm still going to be looking at all of you speaking to one person. Everybody is one person looking at you. But you are going to be addressing an audience. So make sure to hear what you have to say. Without that, your words are meaningless. So your volume is the first thing I'd like you to remember. The next one is your rate of speech or your pace. What is important? What is rate of speech? Anybody? Rate of speech? If I say rate of speech, what do you understand?
The words we deliver in a certain time.
The timing of your words, as in the speed at which you're speaking. Most of us speak, an average speaking speed is 150 words a minute. This is approximately 150 words a minute. How I'm talking right now. But if I spoke to an hour like this, 150 words a minute, just like I did in volume, if I said, hey everybody, hi, welcome, my name is Mushran, I'm a communications coach. Today we're going to talk about voice, body language, and presence, and I'm going to have 2 hours where we're going to go through the 5 vocal elements. We're going to go through volume, we're going to go pitch tone, we're going to go melody, we're going to go tonality, the power, pause, and of course volume. And I cannot tell you 2 hours of me speaking like this. You guys are going to be completely wired. There's no variety here. There's no change of pace. If you stay at that 150 words for your entire talking time, people are going to switch off. So you need the variety. What else, adjusting? You need the variety to be able to engage people. There's a great trick to this, and that is, it's very simple actually. You'll be amazed at what it is for your rate of speech. When something you say is not important, speed up. It's not, you need to say it, but it's not important. Speed up for that, move on to the next thing. You don't have to spend time on it. Or, if you're motivating people, motivating students, something with energy, that's when you speed up again. That's when you go up high, because you cannot motivate. Speaking slowly, I need to motivate all of you. Next year is going to be very difficult. You have teenagers coming in, it is going to be hard. You feel motivated for it? Next year is going to be very hard. I need you to be motivated. Teenagers are coming, you know how hard teenagers can be. I need you to work on a system where they process all your information. Is that better than teenagers? If something is important, slow down. Slow down for emphasis. Slow down, speed up when it's not important, speed up for motivation, for energy, for story. Slow down for emphasis. When you want to emphasize an important part of your subject, that is when you slow down, and that is how you hold their attention, because suddenly your students or people will go, oh, I think I need to listen to you. So if any of you have a teaching style or speaking style where you don't stop, I want you to start understanding the importance of taking a break. Take a page of one of your subjects, what you teach. Mark down 3 key points. These are going to be my emphasis points. Go at a speed for all the others. When you come to each of these 3 points, that's when you slow down and listen to yourself. Record it as well. Record yourself in video, record it in audio. Do it once without doing that, and do it once with that. I call it your speed bumps. These 3 points will be your speed bumps. So you will start off maybe speaking like this, you're in front of people, you're going through your lecture, and then you come to that first bit where people really need to listen. What I want to tell you now was that the tea I drank today was really, really good. It was strong, it had flavor. I mean, I'm making it sound better than it is now, right? One of you, I want some tea as well now. You say anything, just emphasize it. So I want you to remember that about your native speech. Allow an ebb and flow so people stay engaged. Which brings me to pitch and melody. What is pitch and melody? What would you say is pitch and melody? What does pitch and melody mean to you? Anybody? So now what I need you to do, take you, when I said volume, I need to hear you out here. I don't want to hear a volume 2, which I'm hearing. As teachers, I want you to hear that back to me. So tell me, what is pitch and melody according to you? Anybody?
Pitch is a range of a voice.
Yes, pitch. So what I was doing, the V and the O. Yes. Then we were walking up the stairs, I'm walking down the stairs. I'm walking up the stairs, I'm walking down the stairs. What do you do in between the stairs? You wait. No, God, bloody hell. This is a lot of stairs. There's stuff that happens while you're walking up and down this way. So I want you to think about that. Remember what is going on out there in the pitch and melody. All of you are teachers. You like reading? Who has a favorite book? Somebody have a favorite book? Anybody? Somebody must have a favorite book that they've read, something that they've read. Then you put up the hand. If you've got a book that you really like, even a subject that you like, let me know. I want somebody with the hand up so I know who it is. Teachers, nobody reads books? Okay, if I say page number 73 from that book, say all the words to me. No. Immediately. Is he mad? Yeah. Not possible. You like songs, you like music. Do you have a favorite song? Most of us, if you remember a song, even if you don't remember, you remember most of the words. If I say sing those words to me, you'll do it. Why is that? Because those words have melody. And the melody is what you're remembering. The other thing, you're just reading flat. So you don't remember. Even as an actor, I remember. Because how do you remember your lines? Because I remember the line because I put character, I put things, I put emotions into it. So there's an ebb and flow, there's a musicality to my lines which makes me remember it. I'm not just going to remember it like that. A page of a book will have 300 words, that same song will have 300 words, but you remember the song. You remember the song because of the musicality. So pitch and melody is so important because it allows people to retain what they say. Remember I said with volume, a lot of people fail. And this as well, the mistakes people make is that they end a lot of their important statements with question marks. Hi, I'm Ashwin, I'm a communications trainer. I used to be an actor, and now I teach people how to speak and move better. Do you? I questioned everything. So even when you sir, can you stand up? You tell me, this is what I want you to do. Who you are, what you teach, and why you love doing it.
My name is Mahesh. I teach sports physical education teacher. I'm a physical education teacher.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay, so I just want you to know that there's a question mark there. I'm a physical education teacher. I'm a physical education teacher. People should not be questioning what you're doing. You just say, what are you doing? I teach English. No, I teach English. I'm Ashwin. Always end your authority, credibility statements, anything that is important to you or important that you want people to process that, always end with a downward pitch. Always end that with a downward pitch. And no, you can hear me?
Yes.
You can hear me?
Yes.
It's because I'm good at this. No, so end with a, that doesn't mean you're not going to go high. When you're telling people a story, they say, when I was shooting for Munna Bhai, people will not believe how I got that role. I said, people will not believe how I got that role. They'll think I'm an arrogant idiot. So you change it according to what you do. But if something is important to people, you aim at a lower pitch because they will process that information. And this is your introduction. This is for students as well, to teach them. Introducing yourself for the first time in class. I'm this, I'm teaching this is what I do. This year we're going to be doing this. Sit down. Sit down? No? Down. So remember, for authority, hang on a low pitch. For stories, energy, motivation, go higher. For bringing people to you, for connection, warmth, go softer. There's so many things you can do. Because pitch and melody just makes people listen to the different ranges that you have, and that's what keeps you. But you can't have pitch and melody without the next thing, which is tonality. What is the meaning of tonality? Tonality is the emotions hidden under your voice. Remember I was talking to you about the surge. What did the group listening to them, they heard the tonality. You can sit down now, sir. Now you can sit. Wow, I never had a teacher stand up for so long. I'm getting better at this. If I said, I hate you, I don't hate you, do I? Exactly. Yeah. You also said, bro, you don't. That's me, but you can say something, but what is underneath that means something completely different. And students, your peers, people will pick up on this. It's like your emotional vocal wardrobe, emotional wardrobe. So just remember the power of what you have, even without speaking. Something in your face. Just somebody says something and you go, then that's all, you're not spoken, they see all of this. Your students will also notice that. So your tonality is as important as everything else. But to round this off, it's the fifth one which I absolutely love. And the fifth one is I held you all, and then I never said anything, and everybody's waiting. It was not awkward for you. The power of the pause. Learn the art of the pause. Silence is okay. when used effectively, especially with your students. Maybe a look where you don't say anything is going to make them go, oh, I'm not happy. I'll say, I'm not happy, just, I just remember my dad looking at me without saying anything used to fear into me, rather than my mother taking that bata chappal and hitting me. I would rather get hit with that dirty yellow bata chappal she smacked me with all those years than my dad taking one look. Because that one look put fear into me. He never did anything to me. He just never looked at me like that. That means he was really angry. So this is not just for anger. But when we were talking about rate of speech, we said for emphasis, slow down. For pausing, you slow down before an important point, after an important point. Before you're going to say something important, take a pause. When you finished that important point, take a pause again. People will process what you're saying. It will seem awkward to you at first, but it's not going to be awkward later when you start with 1 second, move to even 3 seconds. I can't play it out here. There's a famous video of Steve Jobs where a student asks him a question. And I cannot tell you. He gets asked a question. And this is it. That's an interesting question. It took 22 seconds before he replied. Of course, Steve Jobs said, okay, 22 seconds. And you might close your eyes, open them, nobody's left in the class. It's a different matter. But he took 22 seconds and almost must have given that student asking the question saying, wow, he really thought about what I asked. So when somebody asks you a question as well, yeah, sometimes you're going to jump in, but sometimes if you give it a thought, you are appreciated more. Somebody thinks that you are invested in them. That's nice for your students as well. Because you've been doing this for 20, 25 years. You probably answered that question so many times. But you're still giving that one person the feeling that this is the first time you're answering. I think that's kind of cool. So slow down before an important point and take a pause after you said the important point, because you want people to process your information. And what could be more important than that for you as teachers? Your information is more important than an HR at a company, unless they said you're fired, you can hear that. The second thing about pausing, how many of you speak with filler words? Today, first day of the class, students, and it's going to be long because I take so long to speak. History is I love, super, of course, you're not going to be speaking like that, but how many of you put in filler words, filler sounds? Do you do that when you're speaking? The ums and the ahs? I've done that as well. It is amazingly easy to fix. And you will go, I can do that, no hair, nice sound. Don't do that to yourself. She's like, I let my wife do it here. With filler sounds, there's filler words and filler sounds are your filler words are so, and like, you mean, I mean. Now, you're not going to remove them completely. You can't be that. But the more you remove them, the better it's going to be. So here's a great trick. If you ever feel like going, don't say anything. Today I'm going to take you through the 5 vocal fundamentals These 5, now in between I could have done. So today I'm going to take you through the 5 vocal fundamentals, and these 5 are, don't say anything at all. You'll be amazed. People will not judge you. When you have a filler sound, like you know, so, like, and I, that's, take a breath through your nose. I was talking to this person the other day. I was going to say, and you know, he said to me, so otherwise I would have said, and you know, he said to me. I mean, what he said to me, so. She's not in with me right now. It's like, yeah, I feel it, I understand that. So remember, use the silence for effectiveness. You've had your rate of speech, you've had your volume, you've had your pitch melody, you've had your tonality. Does it seem odd that I am silent now? Take that 2-second pause, 3-second pause. It's important. So remember this. These are the 5 things you should remember for your vocal range. Volume, rate of speech, your pace, pitch and melody, the power of the voice. Okay? But before I finish, I need to do that. Before I finish, none of this is going to be effective if you don't know how to use your hands. I'm going to take you through a quick framework of how to use your hands in this way. I want you to think of, you can't do all of that with your voice without your hands. Listen to this, you can't do all of that with your voice without your hands. What do I look here as to? You can't do all of that without using your hands. You can't do all of that without using your hands. I myself cannot be felt if I don't use this. It's okay to be still at times, but you are going to engage by using this that you already have in your mind. With regards to gesturing, with regards to speaking, there is an area I call the zone of influence. Your gesture zone. Your gesture zone is from your forehead to your belly button. This is where all your gestures should be. It should all be in this area, not here. There's only one person in the world who's successful doing this, and that is, hey, सब लोगों को पता है, मैं कौन? Not everybody is going to be that successful. Only one person. Doesn't matter. But this area is where all your gestures should come. I want you to think that you have a box in front of you. This box is this size and it's always here. This is your gesture box. You are always talking around that box. After a while, you start recording yourself. Talk around here. Later on, you can do this, you can do that, but everything should be here. So even if I'm moving around, I'm talking to you, I'm still here. But if I said, hey, everybody, I'm walking, talking, this is not very gestural, is this? Okay, it's going to make you laugh, but you're not going to take 1 hour of me like that. This is more effective, and it helps you. It helps the emphasis of your voice. If you want to go louder, that energy give. If you want to, right? But if go louder by doing this, use that. Use that when you want to convince somebody. Use this area around this box, the magic gesture box. Imaginary, but all your speaking comes around this. Okay. Let me get a new volume here. What's your name? Okay, Karen, again, I just want you to, now first the same thing, your name, what you teach, and why you love teaching the subject. Okay? Don't look so panicked. Without moving anything first. First, keep your hands behind your back.
My name is Karen. I'm teaching travel and tourism. I love this subject because it is very.
It's a sorry subject. No. Take a pause then. If you didn't know what you had to say, I know that. It's a very, like, ooh, she's very thoughtful. Complex subject. Okay.
It helps children grow their knowledge regarding like if they are traveling to different places, working with different subjects.
Okay. Now bring your hands here. Okay. Now bring it here. Now sir. Don't move it. Just now say the same. Who you
My
are,
name is
your
Karen.
subject, and why you love teaching the subject. That's it.
My name is Karen. I am a travel and tourism teacher. I love teaching them because it allows students to excel in the industry.
Now you go to something. Now you have the imaginary box. Yes? Yeah? Your box is here. Where's the box? Yes, you're ready? Start off with this. Start off from here. Start off from here because this is a great starting point to speak in. Start off. The subject I'm going to talk to you about today, you're ready to go. So start off with this. Now you have the box out here. I want you to now use your hands like that. So start off here and now start using everything that you're saying. Start using this. You see, the box is around there, use everything around this.
My name is Karen. I'm a travel and tourism teacher. I love to teach because the students will excel in the industry.
Does that feel better to you? You're doing, I know this will take time. Now I want you to put a number 8 volume to it. Put the volume to it.
My name is Karen. I am a travel and
Move your
tourism
hands.
teacher. I love to teach because students will excel in the travel and tourism industry.
I know it's small, but that is so much better than before. Okay? Let me have one more person. Let me have, sir, let's do a guy. There was already more confidence in that. Now I want you, when you finish something, I want you to finish it with a, and this is what I do. So, but already, now you're doing this. Now you realize that you don't have to be a penguin or a seal, or not here. You can do so much more, but you know that you can start from here and you can start talking. You raise the volume, you do things, emphasis. So remember that this is where you can start and this is where you can start moving your. Okay, so same thing, your name, sir? Sai, say your name, what you teach and why you love the subject. Why you love doing it?
Thanks for this.
Without, first without.
My name is Sai Sagar. I am a mathematics teacher and I love teaching because I do get satisfaction when
You can't help it. That's good. Okay, we'll do it again. First, now with this. Do not move this at all. This is your playing position. Now go ahead. Go for it.
My name is Sai Sagar. I'm
Don't look at me,
a
look at them.
mathematics teacher and I do love teaching mathematics because
Finish it. Put it.
because I love teaching students and when they get to learn from me, I get satisfaction.
I'll just take it naturally. Now, run free with the wolves. Yeah. This is the gesture. Boss. Go with the volume at 8. Go for it.
What is that, sir?
Volume at 8. Go.
8.
Yes. Go loud.
My name is Sai Saban. I am a mathematics teacher in Kirti Vidyalaya and I do love teaching mathematics because I get satisfied when students learn and understand something from me.
Already so much better. I want you to remember these things from your voice and body, what you can do to make your presence better. Thanks. Much appreciated. These are just simple things you can do. It doesn't have to change too much. You can think about this, change one thing at a time. There's one exercise, couple of exercises I just want to do before I finish. Just stand up with me. Now stand up. Position here, everybody. No, the phone. Yeah, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Say it loud. 1. So here you start. This is your gesture practice. 5, 6, 7, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Great. Let's do it now with more energy. 5, 6, 7, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last time, now don't hold back, okay? I want you to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's do it once more. 5, 6, 7, go.
1, 2,